Okay,
Welcome
okay,
everyone
correct.
to the.
No one
shut
cares.
up. You
Trade.
welcome to the
Praise
7th,
Allah.
I think, video of Zero's political hellscape recorded debates. We're going to be mainly focusing on. Let's just start with our first topic:
Where the fuck's my phone?
oppression in general.
Oh,
Oppression
vague.
in general. There's no such thing called oppression.
Says
Oppression
you.
or oppression.
Oppression.
Okay.
Oppression
I mean, alright, in my opinion, there is no modern cases of oppression. Everything is A-okay, except in, of course, North Korea. But nowadays, I don't think there is really that much oppression in the world. Then again, that's just my opinion.
Literally woman. Literally woman.
Yeah, oppression is a very vague idea, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'd say
somebody, for us to have an argument about this, you have to define exactly what you mean by oppression.
yeah, I'd say
That is great.
oppression
Oh,
is not the Prussian Empire. Hentai, by the way. Oppression.
my Wi-Fi
is...
cut off? Yes, it is.
No, okay, it's just stop memes. Okay, stop the memes. Okay, oppression, I'd say, is just. I'm gonna go by Gilbert's definition because prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control, and that can be to any degree. Now, is there
which is to
oppression
say, it can be
still going
social,
on?
it can be state,
Yeah.
it can be capital, etc.
So,
Sure.
so basically, what you're saying is Article 13 could be oppression of European internet culture, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'd agree.
Cock and ball.
Damn, I'm
I'm
against.
gonna mute
I'm against.
See, this is why you don't let fascists in the chat. They just fucking
you.
knock that shit off, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so what the European Union is doing with Article 13 is definitely oppression of European internet culture, but most people don't recognize it.
Intellectual
In my
property in
opinion.
general, I'd say, is that. So, I guess not just that, but it was the restrictions it specifically put on with the idea of intellectual property, as far as I know.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just.
Well,
I'll be
I love
right
the
back.
noises in the background. I love that tornado noise. Hey, Tank, are you outside or something?
Indeed, I am out. Hang on, 1 second. Yes, I am outside. That's why I'm putting headphones in so I could hear you guys better.
Fair.
Anyway,
I still
Go ahead.
definitely think oppression is going on even in our first world country of the United States of America.
I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely. Capitalism oppresses people every
Capitalism,
single day.
any capitalist country arguably is oppressing people, even
Any
if it's to a
hierarchical
mild
country
degree.
is oppressive.
Oh,
What up?
speaking of, hello, we are talking about oppression. Generally,
Oh.
if it's still prominent.
My oppression Olympics.
Well, I mean,
No
I think
one's arguing for the oppression Olympics. That's some pretty shitty stuff.
I
agree
mean,
with you on that.
technically, it could be argued that men are starting to be oppressed by the LGBTQ community.
I very
That
much
could
agree
be
with that.
argued.
I
It could.
from a centrist.
What the hell? Why are you laughing so hard?
Yeah, how?
Because that's
how?
such a stupid take.
That is.
No,
That's
no,
such a.
I unironically.
If anything, we're being oppressed.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
about to
Give
eat your
give
pickle
your
chin head
silly
ass
little
boy.
argument for that one.
can I just put
What's
my
your-
And again, I said that is a possibility, but not a
It's
possibility.
really not.
here's the thing
Ooh,
though.
Wi-Fi lag. That's beautiful.
Well, can
How
I
would it
just,
be a possibility?
well, can I just throw something in there real quick?
Yeah.
If a man does not have the right to own himself, then he is oppressed no matter what.
Fair.
Also, I wanna say a quote that many have attributed to Voltaire, which goes, "To know who rules over you, simply learn about those who are not allowed to criticize."
Yeah, but there's a difference between criticism and just flat out fucking bigotry.
Bigotry.
Uh.
Jesus Christ.
You sound triggered, man.
Triggered.
I don't know. I thought I phrased that pretty calmly, but I guess maybe you guys are just triggered because it goes against your feels.
I think honestly we're just joking, man.
Yeah.
Also, you use
Let's try to keep it
bigotry,
serious.
which is one of the buzzwords of the SJWs.
Oh man, unironically using SJWs in fucking 2019.
10
out of 10.
Kill yourself.
Dialectical materialism.
Hold on.
Whose phone is that? Damn, that's a nice ringtone.
Yeah, what do you want?
Bruh.
Memento number
Well,
one.
Bruh.
Oppression is a very vague topic. How about racial oppression? It's definitely still happening.
Definitely next.
Trust me on that.
Still happening.
Actually, I think you would
Sorry.
almost racial
Okay.
oppression
Definitely
depends on
Shut up.
Okay.
As perfectly outlined by the fascists.
Hello,
Yeah,
YouTube.
racial oppression
Yes,
still exists.
You can stop now.
I'm the
Yeah,
official
sorry
demonetizationer.
about that. I
I'll
was
demonetize
cold.
your video. Don't make me.
You already did.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Mark, even getting monetization out of this,
No, but
sorry.
I've pretty much lost all freaking.
Yeah,
Well, no,
good
I've,
job.
I've,
You said
I've
the
censored
N-word.
it.
Now,
I've censored.
Mark,
I've censored it.
I know you didn't like money.
Turn it down.
Fucking
Also,
dumb.
I know this is like and whatnot, but I would like to acquaint myself with all you wild guys.
I'm gonna go get a drink real quick.
So, whom start all the people?
I will say this though about I think like racial oppression, while it exists, is something that's like I don't. Well, let me put it like this. I don't like. How do I put this? Well, actually, I probably shouldn't say it until like somebody says something else. So it's just putting something out there.
Blacks are my other races that are definitely not white are being oppressed. I'd say because
Well, I
mean,
will say this
they're
though.
not-
I mean, you have people going around killing people for being white.
You
Yeah.
do.
So
You
what does
do.
that have anything to do with anything?
Especially the Boers.
I mean, I
What does
think
that have anything to
arguably
do
that
with
would,
anything?
and even if it did have anything to do with anything, I don't think it would outweigh.
I don't think that's.
the-
I've not heard of anything like that happening in America at all. Which is, I assume, the context we're talking about.
Lot. Literally, like BLM doesn't help.
Through the gates of hell.
As we make our way to heaven.
Exactly.
Since this is already starting out as a train wreck, we'll go with the second most one. Let's sorry.
Wait, we voted. Wait, when did we vote? Hold up.
Okay.
Oh
I'll
shit.
Go with, I'll find my the polls. Let's go with. Oh, actually. Oh no, that was actually. Oh, I got the debate. Okay. Anyway, let's just go with this. It was actually. Do the LGBTQ have equal or greater rights than everyone else?
They're fucking
Neither.
human. They have rights. They have rights as a
equal
human. They're human.
Yeah.
As long as they're human, they
I
have
wish that's
rights.
how it
Fascist.
worked. I wish that's
They're
how it
human. They
worked.
have rights.
I would say they have less rights depending on where you are.
I would
And
say
depending
this
on the
though.
exact.
Ooh,
I-
I know some countries have stone gays.
Yeah, can I throw something spicy out here? They have equal rights in the sense that they have no rights, just like everybody else.
Okay, yeah. Some people have even less rights than that, which is
How do you get
interesting.
less than like
Interesting
0?
place to be in, isn't it? That's not a bad point, actually.
Okay, you don't need to keep trying to demonetize me. I'm just gonna censor it in post.
They're
Anyway,
not even
No.
getting money anyway.
Here's the thing, though. Honestly, you're probably going to get demonetized anyway for being too radical.
Oh,
probably. Or because we're expressing our radical ideas, all of us, even though it's like 50% leftist.
bro, I posted a nice
then
meme
again,
in the
implying that
fucking
the left
chat,
right
my dude.
Memes chat.
Well, I will say, implying that the left-right dichotomy has any standing.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm at the store right now.
So wait, you're debating while you're at the damn store?
Yeah, mad lad.
You were
Yeah.
walking around a store. Well, debating.
I have
Okay.
headphones.
That Nibba who's walking around the store talking about dialectical material.
Fucking better pick up milk. Who's playing their fucking drums or whatever the hell it is?
It's my bass. No, okay, I'm gonna stop.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, I think as someone who is definitely bisexual, I'm gonna have to say that yeah, there's still oppression going on, and a lot of my trans friends, in fact, half of them definitely cannot do anything, or let alone like. It goes
Wait,
like this. So
quick
my best
question,
friend
right?
is a transphobic mom.
Trans people are
Mm.
pretty cool.
My second best friend has a not necessarily transphobic, but because of the stuff that he's dealt with in the past, his mom thinks that it's just a phase, and so no HRT when he turns 16. And then everyone else is fine mostly. So
I mean, honestly, I guess I think that doesn't necessarily stem from the trans thing so much as that would stem from, basically like basically minors having next to no rights, even if we have no rights to begin with. That they cannot say that basically they have to.
No, I don't want anything to
Right.
drink. I'm good, Dad. I don't need anything to drink.
Okay, this is getting really distracting. We're just gonna be like, there you go, bass. Out of my lap, whatever. Anyway, yeah, no, there are definitely still cases of LGBT people being more oppressed than white people, straight white heterosexual males.
Wait, what does
Yeah.
race have to do with transgenderism?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I threw that in just because that's a normal talking point, probably force of habit. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Anyway,
Okay, well, Mark, I agree with you. I agree that the LGBTQ or STUV, Y, and Z community is often oppressed by other people.
right then, that's a good stance to have because it's true.
Anyway, though, what I would say that is that yes, they might be more oppressed, but nothing compares to the oppression of not being able to own yourself.
Yeah.
As a Satanist, I think it's quite important to
Wait a fucking minute.
recognize that everyone has their own destiny and they're able to completely control it. We should realize that more than just being like, oh, they're oppressed. We should do something.
I mean,
Designated free space.
Nigga, wait.
I mean, I think that the definition of oppression is mind-centered. I mean, when most people think of oppression, they think of the German occupation of Europe, the Jews, all that other stuff. They think of that and not other stuff. That's my
Hello,
opinion.
everyone. Again.
Yeah, welcome.
Also,
oh, sorry for
Just
interrupting.
really quiet.
Right?
What were you gonna say? You said also and then didn't finish.
Also, before we get into all this debatey stuff, I would like to introduce myself. Hello, everyone. I am Captain Crappost.
Okay. I got you, homie. Okay.
Yep. I like cartoons, history, video games, and Jesus.
I do like
That's
history.
talking about how
Whoa there, brother.
I just got done talking about how Satanism values the individual. Anyway,
Well, that's amazing.
Wait a fucking minute. I don't like the sound of that.
This is gonna be really funny in retrospective when somebody's watching this, just like, oh, this came out of nowhere.
Well, if you're talking about LaVeyan Satanism, it's LaVeyan Satanism is essentially the philosophical backwash of objectivism meets the occultism of Aleister Crowley meets the writings of Ragnar Redbeard, specifically Might Makes Right.
Hey, Zero, what do you think about like maybe we should like discuss theology? Like, I don't know if we've done that before on like debate thingies.
Yeah, it's a political thing. So if it has to do with politics, then I'll allow it. But
Okay, I'm just putting that out there.
oh, maybe we can tie religion in with LGBTQ people being oppressed.
I'll make my
I mean,
introduction.
I think
I
we
guess.
already kind of went through all that though, didn't we? I mean, like we came to a conclusion that like, yes,
did?
they might be a bit more depressed though, but hey, the state. Here's the thing though about the state. You don't need to. You
It
don't need to
oppresses
get
everyone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't need to lay. You don't need to get laid because the state fucks you every day. It fucks every day.
Nice.
No one is an incel. Incels don't exist. It's impossible.
I think that's good.
They don't know that they've been fucked over.
That doesn't mean they're not.
Yeah,
This-
I know. That's what I'm saying. They just don't know.
I mean, this is a topic that I personally would like to debate, but it's just that in this type of server, I fear that one, I would be banned for triggering everyone, or two, everybody would gang up on me and not leave.
Hey, by the way, since I know you're new here though, but like we're like more civilized than that, aren't we? Right, Zero?
No, we're just. I'm not
Yes,
even
we
sure.
are.
libcucks.
Yes, we
We're
are.
triggered
Ignore
libcucks.
most
We're
of
Okay.
us.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
if someone triggers me, I'm gonna ban them. I'm gonna use the
Put
power.
it like this though, that like
No, that's.
God.
It has to trigger everyone. It has to piss everyone off before.
Well,
I ban
yeah,
them.
but like we're a hive mind. We're collectivists and shit. You know, like so like if it triggers me, then it triggers everyone. Right? That's
Okay.
the stereotype.
Sure. No, not really. But okay. Let's
That's the
back
stereotype.
on topic. Back on topic. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it! The more you do that, the more you say that, the more I dread going into the audio clip and like dealing
Oh
with
no,
the
it's
lag
a
and
habit. Sorry,
Audacity
it's a
and being
habit. It's an actual habit.
like, that's a little bit concerning.
That is a habit.
Hold on.
Yes. Let's go.
What the fuck?
Muted.
Yes, this is beautiful.
Okay.
God.
Right. So actually, in all seriousness, if you disrupt our debate, we're gonna have to mute you. Anyway, everyone can agree on that, right?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
state gay.
Wait a
Okay.
minute.
Yes, we can agree. But wait, I'm a little gay. No. Anyway.
The state is just bad. Just you know what? No, if we're gonna let's reclaim it. The state is straight. We're gonna use straight as bad now.
You know, I would say that the straight is asexual.
Speaking of all of these, LGBT,
Yes.
are we done? Okay, we all
Yeah,
agree.
let's move on from that.
We need to
'cause, like,
abolish the state to get rid of all this
yeah, and
dumb
also I will say this,
oppression-y
though,
stuff.
I will
Yes,
say this though,
queer
personally,
anarchism.
I'm willing on. Oh, sorry for interrupting.
That's all.
Mark, demolishing the state won't solve every single problem that
Well,
the
solve a
world
lot.
has had.
I didn't say that.
You
In
said
fact,
demolishing the state would like fix some stuff. All right.
I said it'll be easier. I'll elaborate a little bit more. I said it would be easier to accommodate for those who are oppressed when there isn't a thing that we can't directly.
Yeah, but who's saying that they won't be
confront
still be
actively.
oppressed by other people even without the state being there?
I mean, yeah, but we can work to avoid that. Like, no
Yeah.
system's utopian and perfect. It's still gonna happen, but we can make it happen less. And when it does happen, we can confront it better.
I can literally hear the guy scanning the products he's buying.
Right.
I mean, all right, so yeah, I agree with you on that standpoint. I'm just not really into the whole abolishing the government anarchist stuff because, in my opinion, this is my opinion, anarchy doesn't really work on paper. Anarchy doesn't really work in real life. Sure, it might work on paper, but in my humble opinion, it won't work in real life. Because again, this
That's
do you
it.
think
That's like a cookie cutter liberal argument, except you replace communism with
That's true.
anarchy.
I
What
would
do you
say
think
that,
anarchy
honestly,
means?
like,
What is anarchism to you?
well,
Destroying
what
shit.
Mark explained it to me. It's the abolish. Hang on.
It's the
I'm Mark, by the
abolition
way.
of
One second, hang on.
Abolition of all unjustified hierarchies. In our opinion, we hold that the state is big dumb. and very not justified.
I'd even.
What did you
I'd-
say, Nick?
I'd even go as far as to say that most hierarchies are unjustifiable.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
And
Some
anyone
of
that
them-
we do
some of
find
them
that we
we do
can
need.
justify, we should put it under scrutiny every so often to make sure that
Exactly.
we
You know
still-
what?
Okay, I'm back.
You know what?
So
I'll even go the full mile. I'm gonna go the full mile. Here's my hottest fucking take yet. Okay, like unironically, all hierarchy is completely unjustifiable, but sometimes it's necessary.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
Here's my hot
kind
take.
of. I mean, like you could justify, say, having like a military commander that is really good at his job, and
Yeah,
everybody
if we're
follows
gonna-
him
You could
because of.
justify it out of necessity, but morally and ethically, I don't think that I could justify putting one person's will above another's, no matter
Can
what.
I,
Like, I can see the necessity for it and can accept the
Okay.
necessity for it without, but like morally, I would still call
I'd
it.
want it to be. I want it to be something like how Machno's army was done, like
I will
bottom
say
to
that-
top.
Well, can I
Mhm.
just
I'd
say,
rather have
actually, I
correction.
like that. That's
Affinity.
Can I-
Everything up to Machno is elected, you know.
Can I just say though that like in terms of like how we should structure militaries, quote unquote militaries on an anarchist society, I think it would be better if we just subscribe to militia theory.
Yes.
Yeah,
Affinity
militia
groups
it
Yeah,
and
break down into
insurrection.
guerrilla warfare.
Well,
Yeah,
guerrilla
yeah,
warfare
that
has been
makes
proven to be
sense.
pretty.
decentralized action happening all over the place is the best way because it's like a hydra with many heads. It can never be
Exactly.
destroyed.
Although I'd
Exactly.
say we still need somewhat of a centralized thing, just for
Or
like
remind me of Nom.
operations to be discussed.
Sure,
mean-
why can't we have all of it, right? Like we
Well, we
can
have
do
the-
all of those things.
Yeah, in the information age, we can. Well, no, we can still have it be super decentralized and non-hierarchical, while
Mhm.
also be communicating with each other through like the internet and
Through having connectivity,
channel.
exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a. Big
And if
benefit
somebody
of
has
the-
a really good idea and they put it out there, everybody can be like, "Oh shit, that's a really good idea. Let's do that."
Exactly.
Oh, what the fuck?
So is this voice chat just filled with a bunch of anarchists, or
Basically, yeah.
There's
I'm a
three of us,
mutualist.
and then we have Ancom, you a centrist, ANCAP, mutualist, fascist, me and Ancom, and then the other guy in Ancom who has slightly more controversial views.
so basically I'm the only one, well, not the only one
shit.
who's pro-government.
Holy shit!
But I'm just tired.
Well, the fascist is you. You can't ignore him.
Well, he's a fascist.
I'm gonna fuck out.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was, but I just heard like a bunch of fucking wind rushing and shit, and that was loud.
No, that's just the guy that came back from shopping.
Sorry if you hear wind, that's me.
So what else is on like the to do thingy
I don't know.
in terms of like topics?
Oh yeah. About there's the one guy. Apparently, there's a mayor in a town in Alabama who said the only way for society's problems to be fixed is to kill gay people. Immediately, I can already sense Hentai's reaction to this.
Oh, no. I think that is something we could all disagree on with that one mayor dude.
Except the
That-
fascists.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with gays, but I was gonna say it's okay if he says niggers. It's not fine if he says gays.
Well,
What's
here's the
wrong?
thing though, like here's the thing: Africa would be a much more rich nation if they exported inward.
If there wasn't colonization, they'd probably
He
be a lot
actually,
richer
guys, this is coming from the guy who actually has an inward pass given to him by his black friend.
I have
Sure,
one
Nick.
too. I just don't use it because I'm a.
Are you driving your
person.
car?
Who?
I just hear some like.
Well, first of all, the person who's outside of his house right now is not old enough to own a car. Anyway,
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
on my way walking home.
but yeah, I think he's dumb, and that's quite a reactionary statement. Just kill all gay people, society will be better. That's like smooth brain.
Well.
It's Jesus Christ. Well,
Well.
he's just copying what Hitler said.
Well.
So a lot of Jews.
Like, the key to
Damn it, my
that
Wi-Fi disconnected.
is. Here's the thing, though.
There you go. I'm back.
You must seize the means of inward past production.
You know what? I'm like not even gonna. So like on like killing and fixing society in that way, I'll take Kevin Carson's stance that the like society will probably be improved when Carson's dream is fulfilled, which is the quote is my dream is to see the last CE fuck what was I think it was the last CEO strangled with the entrails of the last Secretary of State.
Whoa, that's
That's a yikes.
That's pretty metal.
Kevin Carson's a fucking
metal, my dude.
badass
Oh my
socialist.
god, dude. You remind me of a surfer when you say you're metal.
It's metal, dude.
Brass metal, dude.
I am from California, the surfer state.
The avocado state.
The fucking the parade state.
Of
The
course.
literal hellfire state, because everything's on fire all the time.
Of course.
And then it's
commies
we're
would
on
be
fire
from
so often that's
California.
irrelevant now.
No wonder you're a
Political hellhole
Satanist.
state.
Yeah, I grew in hell. I grew up in hell.
Hey man, Satanism.
We're
It's not,
learning it.
it's not his fault that Satanism is pretty base.
Yeah.
No,
Based in bread pills.
so he wants to kill all gay people, right?
No.
The-
Oh, the
Yeah,
Alabama
at least
guy.
At least he's not doing a Hitler.
He wants to, but yeah,
Oh,
I guess
no.
he hasn't yet. So it
Might
based
still
off
go
what he said.
Genocide.
Maybe
Maybe a little bit genocide to fix this. Hold up.
Well, may I get a word in edgewise?
Oh, totally.
Perhaps.
Sorry, we were talking over you.
That's fine. I've come to expect it from servers like this with a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
But okay. What are we discussing now, by the way?
Oh, we were discussing about how this one Alabama senator said it would be the best idea to kill all gay people to make society's problems go away.
Well,
No.
the rate of people with AIDS would go significantly down if that were the
Oh,
case.
God.
Jesus,
Oh,
yes.
oh no! Oh god!
Oh god.
Asshole cancer.
That's you know, a
Exactly.
big thing though. AIDS is just asshole cancer.
I mean, not really.
Actually, they're two different things because a-hole
I know.
cancer is.
I know, I'm just memeing.
Okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though with that crap post, but like, I will say this though. I mean, the number solution for that would be well. First, I mean, I would say that like that would violate a lot of self ownership, but at the same time, I get what you're saying. Like, but I think that a better way to solve that would just be like public health awareness stuff. Like be clean.
Goddamn
I-
heretics.
Instead,
Well-
do not eat the poo poo.
All I'm going to say is I'm very fond of an individual known as Common Filth.
Who that? Oh wait, yeah, never mind. You told me about that, dude.
Yes. He is based and quite red-pilled, even though he personally doesn't like that type of expression, but
We'll say
whatever.
this though, like black pill is way more based than red pill. Am I right?
Bread
Yes.
pill is the most based thing, though.
Bread pill,
Well-
yeah.
Red
Or
pill.
Chan.
Who
No.
is this 4chan?
If by bread pill you mean the bread of life, Jesus Christ, then I would agree.
You know what? I've got a soft spot for Christian.
The only thing,
anarchists.
the only good thing the people of God did was crusade. That's the only good thing. That's the only good thing they did.
Okay, so hentai, you consider yourself a clerical fascist. What do you mean by
Yes.
that?
Basically, very extremely traditional, I guess. Traditionally fascist.
Shut up and go invade Poland.
Shut the fuck up, you heretic.
So
Whoa!
are you like some kind of ethno-pagan?
What? Who you talk to me?
Yes, hentai.
Talking
Nah,
to
he's-
me.
Nah,
I
he's
honestly
he's
don't
like
know.
Mussolini.
I honestly don't know. I could. Well, I know that I was a agnostic, but now I honestly don't know.
Okay, what about
atheism,
Shut
anti-theism.
Atheism is basically a religion. Shut the hell up, man.
Yeah, literally, anti-theism is the worst religion.
I'm
Okay,
kidding.
what about you, hentai? You hentai. What is your spiritual beliefs?
Well, I'm a fucking Buddhist, my dude. I believe in sitting under sitting under a tree while the world's dying. Yes.
Okay, that's
Okay.
pretty
Hit that respond
stripped down.
button.
Have you
Okay,
actually read
wait.
about Buddhism?
No, I didn't. I actually do not care about Buddhism.
Wait, so are you Buddhist or not?
No, he was just memeing.
Okay.
No, my family is Buddhist. I just don't give a shit about the religion.
Okay.
Let's say
Because
this, you know, I have a nice idea, something we could discuss though. I mean, if there's nothing else left on the list.
There's one more thing left on the list. Globalism versus isolationism.
Well, actually, I like
Globalism.
nationalism, but not isolationism, because like I like the idea of international cooperation, but globalism is just imperialism, plain and simple.
Yeah, I like local. I don't like nationalism, but I like localism. I'll make that distinction.
Well, hey,
Localism,
you're
I
talking
gotta-
to a national ANCOM, so.
I think that nationalism could be like in the Free Cascadia and Rojava sense, could be used as like a tool, but like I don't really like it conceptually.
I will say
Very
though,
good.
that, like,
Things.
nationalism is a good tool for like getting a people to rally behind ideas other than liberty. It's about their community. It's about loyalty. Because here's the thing, though, money and things in like material goods, don't inspire loyalty. They only inspire "quote unquote" loyalty until it runs out. But nationalism, national pride, can give them something to fight for liberty, to fight for the men, women, and children back home. You know.
Sure, but I use it more in like we can use it to like claim land from the fucking capitalist statist powers that be.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like a lot of the statist powers do. I think like get that though, but I mean, I also will say though, like, you know, yeah, I say like I get that, but I will say this though a lot, like, fuck, sorry, I'm rambling.
You're running your car pretty fast, I guess.
Anyway, by the way, just wondering, Kratos, what do you think about like the nationalists, isolationists, and all that stuff?
Well,
I think now my stance is actually like between the two. I'd pick isolationism because I think it's as an anarchist in our anarchist society. I don't think people are gonna want to talk to us, so we got to be pretty self-sustaining at least at first. I don't think it can be completely isolationist though. We need to talk to people. But
Well, how
Because-
is revolution friend if you don't?
yeah, because isolationism works so well for Japan.
Oh yeah.
Open.
now, I'm not any expert
Stop
on it. By
having
the way.
them
I'm
be
just
closed.
saying. As
Japan,
far as I know,
suicide.
I just imagine that an ANCOM society would be relatively isolationist at first because we really
Imagine.
no one would want to talk to us at first.
I think like that would be true for like anarchism in general until we can spread like just liberty across the land. You know.
Hola.
Did you say Ola?
Yes, I did.
I mean, I wouldn't. So I'm a mutualist, so I'm not exactly opposed to things like markets and currency and shit. So like I'd be fine with trading with other nation states if necessary, but I would like to see it much more self-sufficient, and I would like to undermine the system more than participate in it personally.
I mean, as far as like I would say about anarchism, it's
Damn
just,
it! I
like,
keep disconnecting and reconnecting.
anyway,
Well, prices are the most convenient means of determining desire.
Fucking. There you go. I'm back.
How about this? I want it. I need it, so I might get it.
But what if other people need it?
Okay, well if there's enough to go around, you know.
I mean,
But
like,
I mean, yeah, if there isn't, then you really got. I suppose you'd have to really think. But do I need it? A lot.
I'll say this,
Something-
though, Zero, I
More
would
so
say-
than this other guy.
Thomas Sowell, something.
By the way, from one income to another, I would agree with that though, but I do think people should work for their needs as well. You know, contribute to the community so that we can keep supplying people with their needs.
Yeah, I think re-education mentioned an outline of a gift economy, which would be like, okay, so you're gonna work and give to people, like, I guess some kind of shop thing, I guess, donate some stuff that you don't really need to people who do, and then you can take stuff that you need. It's essentially just like, you give so you can take.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think they're gonna be very happy with you taking stuff if you have not.
Yeah, that's an easy way to
helped
get
people.
yourself Deus Volted.
Also,
Yeah,
for
so
some,
that's why I'm in favor of markets. It seems a little less coercive than, like, say, forcing someone to work.
Well, I would say this though, under an anarchist society, if we abide by the ideas of self ownership and being able to associate freely, then I think it wouldn't be coercive then, because people could enter this sort of communal system voluntarily.
Yeah, but you got to look at what it really means for something to be voluntary.
Well, I would say this.
I don't, and there's my stance on capitalism. They're always like, "Hey, capitalism's voluntary." I don't think
Yeah,
having being forced to work or die is
Well-
necessarily voluntary.
Mind if I play devil's advocate here for a second with that?
Sure.
The
Yeah.
thing is though, at least with more libertarian variants of capitalism, it's like if you want to go do your communal thing, you can go do that.
Well, libertarianism is like a misnomer in and of itself to me. Because
You know what I mean, though?
the
extreme
libertarian the far right fucking capitalists who.
I'm saying in terms of ANCAP stuff.
And we're trying to take. I want to try to take libertarian back because everyone's just like, all these uninformed people are just like, oh, libertarian socialism? That's an oxymoron.
What?
Right.
What?
Really, libertarian capitalism is.
it's not.
We'll say though that the word libertarian, we just need to all come together and just fight the state. State.
Yeah, our economic differences. Again, we're gonna probably have a lot of infighting, and maybe we can get some stuff done. But
what I'm saying is that honestly, here's the thing, that the bickering can wait after the revolution.
it'd be like that one scene in SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Squidward are shaking hands, but they're like thinking really mean things about each other.
Well, I mean, I kind of think that for a lot of people it would be like that, but at the same time, it's like we can't be picky with bolstering our numbers. If look what happened when we tried to ally with authoritarians, we just get genocided.
That's true.
At least there's
review.
Let's
the-
not side with tankies then, and we'll be fine. Just like maybe a Luxembourg.
I heard genocide.
ANCAPs will fuck us over too with the capitalism shit.
Well, I don't think they would fuck. Hey, you know what? Hey, crap. Well, I think I'll have a better question. Crapos. What would you say? Would you fuck them up?
So long as you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone.
All right, that's cool. So what if? Wait, hold up. What type of ANCAP are you? Like, will you? Because there are some ANCAPs who will always side more on the sort of side of, capitalism and corporations being able to hold massive monopolies of power, over the anarchist side of people and engaging in voluntary interaction and shit. ANCAPs that are like, if you're poor, it's just because you don't know how to work, and corporations should be allowed to do whatever the fuck they want, no matter what.
Bullshit.
Bull crap.
And so what are your opinions on
basically
privatized military?
the entirety of
that.
the entirety of Anthem, I think, or just any far right and libertarian thing is just no taxes and I hate poor people.
Well,
is what it is made out to be, at least.
Well, I'm more so on the lines of I hate taxes, and I wish to, I want to help poor people, but only with voluntary association through charitable organizations. And
I think the thing with an anarchist society is that if it exists, that's voluntary in and of itself.
So, hold on.
Bruh.
This is just more about I'm trying to get into what type of, because I've met some decent ANCAPs, but I've also met some really fucking shitty ones. There was a guy I was arguing with yesterday who was totally okay with people literally being fucking enslaved by corporations.
What the actual?
That sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting.
May I ask another question? Does he also really like white bread, specifically Wonder Bread?
I don't know.
I was making a reference to the infamous DeviantArt user Murlogic
Mm.
with his
Oh, is it that? Is it the
But yeah, so fuck. What was your name? I'm sorry. Hold on.
Captain Crap
from
Post.
one furry
Yeah,
to
Captain
another? We know what that is.
Captain Crap.
Disgusting.
So what? Like just to sort of make sure, like, so that I'm not arguing in like bad faith and assuming the worst. Would you like? So what would you say if like there was a corporation that decided they wanted some land, and so they hired a private military force to go in and take it by force?
That violates the NAP, brah. Not coup.
Right. So you're not in favor of like forcing people to work and like enslaving people, basically, right?
No, by no means.
Okay, good shit. I'm down for that. I'm
The
somewhat down
ownership.
for that.
I feel like.
I feel
hello.
like. Sorry.
We have a more moderate authorite person here now.
I can deal
who isn't
with
a shit poster.
Shut up. Sorry, that was my dad. If you heard
In
him.
spite of my name.
I can deal
No,
with
I
that
mean-
type of ANCAP. So
Okay,
that's
cool,
fine, I guess.
cool. Yes, I feel like
It's funny. I think, in my opinion, the NAP is kind of interesting because I think with all this incentive to just build up your economy and build up your corporation and everything, the whole idea of not being aggressive towards people and with no incentive to follow it at this point.
Well, can I just say this
You
though,
know.
like devil's advocate here for a second. NAP doesn't mean don't be aggressive at all.
Oh, my
It just
ears.
doesn't mean enforce. It just means no force. I think like a better term for it would actually be natural law.
And may I say something, please?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
sure, man.
The only form of aggression I endorse is an aggressive sales pitch.
So
Sure.
so like I have my issues with ANCAPs and stuff, like outside of a lot of them being like Hoppian or Randian, like fucking pro-slavery motherfuckers.
I believe the ownership of anything begins with the ownership of self.
I'm fine with like the ownership of the self. Like I am very much I am an egoist. I like fucking Stirner and shit. Stirner's pretty cool.
Anyway,
well,
I'm
Synchronist, I
Buster.
think the self is also very important.
anyway, I'm gonna head out. So
All right. So
Okay, thank God.
Also, I just have friendly.
Yeah.
Well, are there any of Max Stirner's works that have been translated to English and are on audiobook? Because if there are, I would like to know.
oh fuck, I don't know
audiobook.
about
think so, but there's
audiobook.
there are ebooks that are free to read in English.
Yeah, I don't know about
It's
audiobook.
on the
sorry, man.
Anarchist Library.
Hold on, shit. Let me see if there's a certain thing I think I've heard of.
Hey, Mark.
Shit. Let me see if I can find the thing.
Hi.
I'm not
Hey,
sure,
Mark.
but I think there was a thing in which there was like you could. I might be wrong. Fuck, I don't know where it is or what it was called, but I've heard of things where it's like the sort of like a text to speech thing where you can like highlight it and have the thing read for you. But yeah, it's also fair to mention that like the Ego in its own, the actual book, the first like Stirner's original work, Max Stirner was basically the original shit poster. The first like majority of his book was basically him just shit posting about what the criticisms of his ideology he knew were going to be, and so like he just sort of did that except for like the last chapter. So like the original fucking shit poster. Like you get shit like Rand and stuff when you like Ayn Rand when you take those chapters with the criticisms that he like the shit posting criticisms he had of himself, but taking it literally. That's sort of what happens. Rand is what happens. So
I'm not fond of Ayn Rand because she was a fedora.
but yeah, so I'm pretty like philosophically anti-work, like like getting rid of the divide between work and play, and I'm not so like I'm in favor of workers owning the means of production in the sense that like if you work it, then you're owning it. You know, like not really owning, but like because you work there, like no one really owns the certain thing. If you're qualified to do a thing, then you can do it. But it's more like everyone. I guess a better term would be more like everyone is self-employed.
That's cool. That's cool. I would endorse that. I need to find a way to be self-employed myself because.
Hey Mark.
What?
Do you play League of Legends?
No.
You should.
And so, yeah, mutualists are. I don't like making the comparison because there's a lot of differences, but mutualists share some commonalities with ANCAPs, but we're not like in favor of like just currency, and we're not in favor of private ownership of means of production, and we're not in favor of private property ownership because there's not really a way to enforce it without the state. What we have instead is property rights based on usership rather than ownership.
But are you guys in favor of? Are you guys in favor of CBT?
Fuck, what's CBT?
Cock and ball torture.
Oh yeah, we are. Okay. Anyone who's not in favor of it, I will go full
Fucking fash. They're just fucking degenerates. Okay.
Even Prager, even Dennis Prager, like
Good to hear.
Even the glorious Dennis Prager himself supports it. Okay.
How else are you to destroy Judeo-Christian values?
We got okay. Dude, we're getting. You got us off topic.
I'm
Yeah, you
sorry.
were saying? No, not you. Him.
Oh.
Bruh.
Okay.
Honestly, I think there are a lot of ANCOMs who are just like, ha, mutualists, more like gay, ha. I think I actually think that we should respect mutualists more because I mean they're pretty neat. Their ideology is interesting, and frankly, if it's a market thing and it's not capitalist, I'm for it, I guess.
Yeah, we're not. So we.
Although I'm no
we're
crypto mutualist, I still think ANCOM is better, but I wouldn't mind living in a mutualist society.
We're technically market anarchists, but we're not just in favor of markets. Like we're just in like mutualism in its simplest
And you
form.
get rid of bosses too. So
yeah, interactions that are mutually beneficial for everyone involved and more voluntary. Whereas capitalism and as far as I know, like ANCAPism, unless this guy is basically just a mutualist, is more about is still it has anarcho-capitalism like sort of reinforces the capitalist structures of the previous times. Like I mentioned, the quote from Kevin Carson, who's like a mutualist author who's still around. One of the quotes he has that I've read is that it says, "My dream is to see the last CEO strangled with the entrails of the last Secretary of State." Like that's legit a fucking quote of his. So like he's still they're very much anti-state and anti-capitalist, and another name for mutualism in the modern day is freed market anti-capitalism, as we see private property ownership as sort of antithetical to free markets, as you can buy up property and stuff and thereby restrict the market rather than have it based on usership.
My pee-pee hurts.
Also, mind if I ask, but have we addressed all the items on the docket?
Yeah, we can still go on though. I think we kind of fell off of like globalism versus isolationism a little.
Because I think
Yeah, we ended up discussing market anarchist ideas.
Yeah, okay. Mind if I bring up a topic?
Sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah, my microphone pulled out, by the way. So.
Okay. So, animation, cartoons, moving drawings. Thoughts?
Okay.
Anime.
No.
Anime
is fucking degenerate.
I agree.
Not JoJo.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I actually really like fucking
anime was a secret weapon used by the Japanese to indoctrinate our youth.
Agreed.
Sure.
Besides, I prefer my animation not to be a glorified slideshow, thank you very much.
I mean, it's sacrificing it for good art quality, usually.
A soul for a soul.
Eye for an eye.
my
Oh,
sh-
here's another one. What do you guys think about the concept of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth? I think
Ooh,
don't
yeah,
take
fuck
it
that
super
shit.
literally. I think don't take it super literally, but it makes sense. Like don't rape
So-
someone because they raped someone else.
Yeah, so I really don't like it. I also pull a lot from Anpac, which is why I became somewhat of a mutualist as
I
well.
also
because
like it because
I
it's
really
a
like
biblical idea.
I really like the non-aggression principle, but based on like the usership thing rather than the ownership one that ANCAPs often use. But yeah, we use the NAP too, but I think that from what I've read, at least I prefer to call it the ZAP, the zero aggression pack principle, because that sounds a lot fucking cooler than NAP. So
The zap.
the ZAP, yes.
Zippity doo dah.
Yeah.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Why are you doing this, sir? Just kidding.
So-
But yeah,
Play
so
some League, peace.
so like as much as I'm like an agorist and I am agorist, but like as much as I am like an egoist and pack and shit, I'm also somewhat post-left and insurrectionary. So I have mixed feelings.
Well, I'm insurrectionary too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
my
shit.
just to clear one thing up, my brain is literally just a bunch of like the different anarchy ball emotes just screaming at each other constantly. So
Oh
I have
God!
very- I
One
have a-
second. One second.
I have a
One
mixed.
second.
I
I'm
have-
sorry. Okay, that should be better.
Okay, so yeah, so like my brain is just a mixed bag of like the fucking anarchy balls, it's like screaming at each other. Because I agree
could
with
see that by all of the things you have, like it's nearly as long as marks, zeros.
yeah, I agree with most anarchist philosophies. So
I'm the odd one out. There's a bunch of anarchists and just a single capitalist. That's
No.
pro
Are you
government.
talking about you or?
You're just the only statist here.
Yeah, you're the only statist. Like you can
fucking
be.
We have a
statist.
capitalist, and he's super far right too. But
I mean, here's the thing though. You can
Wait,
be an
who's the-
anarchist and be capitalist. I'd argue.
Yeah, I am very pro government. I think government is very good, but I see that makes people very angry. So
It gives me a heart attack.
okay, so literally, like my anarchy ball brain, it disagrees with each other a lot, with itself a lot, but all of them just collectively turned and screamed no at you. Just so you know, in my head, the egoist ball, the agorist ball, the mutualist ball, the ancom ball, the ansin, all of them, every last fucking one of them, just screamed no because you said pro government.
Pershing.
So let me push the knife deeper. I am very pro government because, well, the government has done good for a long time. I know I'm probably making you very sad.
Hold on. Can I just do
That's
one thing?
question, though.
what are you gonna do?
Real quick.
I'm gonna I need to hold on.
Oh God.
That's all we had to do. I apologize.
Let me say
Sorry,
something.
let's get back into civil discussion.
Instead of reading, though, hold on.
I'm gonna say something that will suit you. I'm gonna say something that will calm down your split personality. So I agree that some forms of government are very bad and very corrupt, and we could do without it.
Okay.
Can I just ask one
Okay,
thing,
we're getting
though?
somewhere.
Just one quick question, though. How
Yeah.
does the boot leather taste?
What?
Okay, but anyway, let's actually get back to being serious, eh?
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to the eye for an eye, tooth to a tooth question there. So I don't like the moralizing things that much, but and I do like I would like to disagree, but I can also see a benefit in using it from time to time.
Yeah, I'm not all for absolute realistic or like rationalistic taking it as literally as possible and using it all the time.
Yeah, so
'Cause
I guess
if there's a rapist, are we going to collectively gang rape that person?
just I guess to synthesize my ideas here, because I just figured it out. Like I guess I do use an egoist argument of self-interest, which is just really fucking handy a lot of the time. Where like well, if there was an eye for an eye, tooth to a tooth thing, and like I fucked up and accidentally did something bad, and someone else wanted to like do the same, then someone could out. If I went with the eye for an eye, tooth to a tooth for a tooth thing, then someone else could do the same shit to me, and it'd be completely morally justified. But like, I mean, that's just I'd say that that's really just if we agree on the same sort of moral principles, I guess, too. Because like the if there's a fascist or something, then they're already going to do that to me. They don't have a intent. They have the intent of probably ending my life and the life of people that I give a fuck about, and so I do not give a fuck. Like they're already going to do bad shit to me. And I can more easily morally justify doing probably pretty morally reprehensible things to a fascist than.
Like, I would say this though.
Is it okay to punch a Nazi?
Yes, absolutely. 100%
about like fascists. It's like
I'm up for milkshaking a Nazi rather.
Yeah, like milkshaking. That's funny.
Man, I'm 100% up for like armed fucking militias of people in a union of egoists, since fucking affinity groups with miniguns and fucking Humvees they've expropriated from the U.S. military, riding up and down the streets and that with anti-fascist stickers on them and shit. It's like any fascists will be shot on sight.
Well, isn't that fascist in and of itself?
Not really. That's sort of the argument that.
That's just being really aggressive.
Yeah, that's just
not
being really
necessarily
fucking
a
aggressive.
political alignment.
Because it's not like we're targeting them because they're Jews or gay or they have some irredeemable like thing that they're born
We should
with.
oppress those who oppress us. No, well, we should just get back at those who oppress us.
I would say
instead
this
of
though
turning
about
the
like
cheek, that's
fascists
it.
though is that like I think it would be a better idea to just like wait for them to shoot first.
Yeah, no,
they're
so to me and I'm an anti-fascist, so in the anti-fascist philosophy there is such a thing as performative speech, in which someone's speech is essentially in and of itself an action, and their action by their use of language that they use is in and of itself a violent action. They are already shooting first with their rhetoric and the way that it's affecting society.
That's like very. I'm sorry to use a buzzword myself, but that's very SJW mindset.
Well, here's a better idea though. I think I will get where you're coming from, Capros, because I think we've talked about this stuff in private though. But like, I'll say that like here's the thing. I get what you're both saying. You know, because like, it also will say this though. It's on one hand I get why, but it's also bad practice because like it'll make other people look like you're the aggressor. When in reality, if you defend yourself, then they are the aggressor. And
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I agree that it's probably bad optics, but like I said, like if that's what it comes to, then I'd be in favor. Like I'd be in favor of it.
It should be a last resort.
Personally,
Yeah, like
personally,
so, I mean, theoretically, like I'm not sure. Maybe I should clarify this. Like theoretically, I'm in favor of it, but practically, probably not.
personally, I believe that free speech is non-negotiable, and if you disagree, you'd have no right to call yourself anarchists.
I believe that too, but like I do. What I'm saying is I get what their fear. Wait. By the way, friendly neighborhood person. What's your name? What do you
Friendly
want me to
neighborhood anarchist.
do? I'm just going to call you FNA then. Sound good?
Yeah, that's what I get called quite a bit. It's cool.
FNA. Yeah. Anyway, I get where you're coming from though, but like, but I think we kind of you realize though that like it's not something that we should probably do.
Yeah, it would not be efficacious. I'd rather it be effective, but like I'm just saying like theoretically.
Even then though,
I guess I'd be
it
okay
wouldn't
with
even be effective though. It would be better to like just prepare and stock up on arms and ammunition, and when they try to do something, we revolt.
Well, yeah, but we'd also need training and shit, Like I said, I am much more in, like when it comes to blows, and I will agree with revolutionaries in that it'll probably end up coming to blows if like ultimately I just don't think that it necessarily needs to be a mass organized violent revolution, like centrally authoritative revolution and shit.
Anyway, though, we got to take the high ground.
The answer to 1917 is 1956.
What?
What?
I I said the answer to 1917 is 1956.
But
1917 would be the October Revolution, right?
And I think
Is that what you're
1956 you're referring to like the
alluding
McCarthy stuff, as far as like the censorship.
Well, no, not McCarthy. I'm referring to something that happened in the Warsaw Pact.
Oh, can you continue then?
I'll leave the homework up to them, so I don't have a bunch of commies jumping down the bee-hole.
Hey, no, let's hear it.
Don't act like you wouldn't enjoy it.
Masochist.
Here's the thing, though. Like,
No, not king shaming, by the way.
I will say this though: no Uno reverse card on FNA.
Ah, shit.
Thank you. Anywho, I was referring to the Hungarian uprising of 1956.
Anyway,
I mean, we're all libertarians here, except
yeah, I think none of us like the Soviet Union.
we're all libertarians here, except AMX15, who's a capitalist anyway. So
Bravo 6 going.
This is all very interesting.
Okay,
Bravo
that's
6
all I
going
s-
I have some
dark.
other
Obligations, so I'll be dipping out here. Sorry.
Oh no!
Okay.
See you guys.
bra.
It's
later.
good. It's good conversation.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I think that now that it's just us three, and we kind of ran out of stuff to talk about, and since we all agree Soviet Union bad, and we've kind of dried out everything for the first time in a while, because it was previously just everyone had to leave, or like 3 people joined, and I'm like, I have to make do.
We no.
Also, Zero, for some reason, your fursona kind of reminds me of Baby from Star Wars: Force of Evil. Interesting.
I have never watched that show. No, this is a Cafamet. It's a mix of a cat and a goat, because nihilism and anger issues in Satan. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching this. Tune in next time. Goodbye. This is the end of the video part of it.